Here we want to evaluate the definite integral. We have e to the power of the square root of x divided by the square root of x times dx with a lower bound of 1 and an upper bound of 4. So the first thing we need to do is identify what we're going to substitute for u. So in this particular problem, we're going to let u equal the square root of x. Okay, so then we need to take the derivative of both sides. So recall that this is the same thing as x to the 1/2. And so therefore, the derivative of x to the 1/2 is going to be 1 over 2 x to the negative 1/2 dx, which is the same thing as 1 over 2x to the 1/2 dx, which is the same thing as 1 over 2 times the square root of x dx. Okay, so now if you look in the original problem, we have 1 over the square root of x dx, and therefore 2 is not in this particular original problem, so we need to multiply it to both sides. So we're going to multiply both sides by 2. So we get 2 du is going to equal 1 over the square root of x dx. Okay, so now we're going to rewrite our original problem. So we're going from 1 to 4. This is e to the square root of x times 1 over the square root of x dx. Now let's go ahead and do our substitution. So this is going to be e to the power of u. And then we know that dx, or 1 over the square root of x dx, is equal to 2 du. Okay, now we need to put our substitution. So we know that u is going to equal the square root of x. Well, since we have 4 as the upper limit, we're going to find what is the square root of 4, which gives us 2. And over here, we know this is u, which is going to equal the square root of 1, which is equal to 1, and therefore that's our lower bound. So now we have our new upper and lower bounds. So we have 1 to 2. We're going to factor out the constant 2, and then we have e u du. So what is the antiderivative of e to the power of u? Well, we know that's e to the power of u. And therefore, we're going to evaluate it from a lower bound of 1 to an upper bound of 2. And so now, we're going to go ahead and evaluate. So we have 2 times e to the second power minus e to the first power, or just e. And therefore, there is our result.